Yes, sir.
All right, I'd like to invite everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, welcome everyone to the April 2nd meeting. All right, we had, just like to start off the meeting by mentioning, we had one of one of our close members of the community passed away, Charlie McCoy. And I know Charlie was a friend not only to me, but I know to everyone on this board. He will greatly be missed.
Yeah.
There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. And I'd also like to mention that Phil Pierce, who was a bartender at North Street Hotel since I think it was 1976, passed away. So I know that they always had the best bartender in the country, or in Cecil County vote. And we always would tease to say that we were going to write Phil's name in so he could win. Because anyone that had Phil wait on you, you knew he wasn't the best bartender in Cecil County, but we all knew that. But he was a good friend and he will be missed. All right, minutes of March 19th, 2025. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second on the minutes. Any discussion?
Yes, for the secretary who did these, they were done well. They are condensed, and when Michelle here, of course, does different style when you write minutes, but yours was to the subject matter, and certainly that was done very well. My opinion, anyway.
Very good. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Financial report and payment of the bills. Do we have a motion to approve the financial report?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on the financial report?
One quick question. Let me see here, one quick question. Is this like a different type of report? It seems really sparse. Compared to what we usually get.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what this batch was. It was a check register ID, and I haven't quite seen this.
This doesn't look like, like,
The full report, or maybe we just didn't get the full report.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I think this,
Have the full report. This one, it was a smaller batch. You're probably just looking at the small amount that we paid this particular.
Batch listing,
okay,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
that
I
could be.
thought maybe we were missing something. I've never seen one like this.
It's that small, yeah, it's small.
Okay,
Thank you.
very good. Only comment I had, did we get it worked out on the team Elkton Fishing Rodeo check? Lou, you'd asked a question
About what?
about the team
Oh,
fishing.
yeah, the team, is a legal entity or not, because, if it's just a made-up name, and I don't know how you're gonna.
No, Lewis, it actually is, an entity. I have an EIN number. that
Okay,
can
I mean,
provide.
I was trying to find that out before I signed the check. I can't sign it if it's just,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I can provide you with that, sure.
okay,
Yeah, we just got-
Today or tomorrow.
we just got to figure all that out.
okay.
Very good. No other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. I wanted to recognize Dave Bestie, our town attorney. Dave, thank you for coming tonight. And I think you'll enjoy working here in that front seat there with the town of Elkton.
I think so, thank you.
All right,
Hoping you do.
all right. Dan, can you come up? We got a bid opening. You're going to give us the results and probably not recommendation for the project 2025-001 grass contract.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners.
So,
This is the bid opening for project number 2025-001 grass cutting maintenance. I just want to give you a little bit about the bid before I open it up, just a little background before about this. The bid is based on 4 sections. The total area is 194 acres. It's based on the common and public spaces, which is 62 areas and 100, almost 40 acres. We got 6 parks, which was 75.2 acres. We got 30 ponds, which are 35.2 acres. And then we also include the water treatment and wastewater pumping station. The 27 areas, which is about 33 acres. The reason we included this is because the previous, water and the wastewater treatment plants were just pass through costs to the town by Infomart. So we figured we did as part of this, we economies of scale, we get a better, the others we're looking for. The numbers that we read tonight are summary costs of 1 cut per area. This is not a lump sum traditional bid, but on a unit cost basis. What that means is the contractor gets paid per cut whenever he actually does it. And, if it's a drought, he doesn't need cut, he doesn't get paid, he doesn't do the work. So that's why this is a little different from a typical bid, so. With that in mind, looks like we have 2 bidders here, 2 locals. We've got, Scott's Lawn Service LLC and Bay Country. So let's go with Scott's Lawn Service LLC. And what I'll do is I'll be reading the number to cut everything one time, so.
Very good.
If I can do it, so, I think so.
And I'm assuming one of you two is Robert Scott, is it? Very good.
There you go.
Thank you for bidding.
Absolutely.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I went to the Public Works Department today and met with Dan and it was I don't want to say it was a complicated bid, but it was priced out on every item. So I know it wouldn't be the easiest thing to calculate here in the room, but
And why is it done that way again?
It's how they actually, we based it out on, because it's not a lump sum because it has to do with the environment. So, if it's dry, they don't get caught, if it's too wet, or other kind of situation, so,
And it's broken down in sections?
yes. Just big areas. Okay, if you, it did go the way I wanted, that's okay. For Scott's Landscaping, okay. The format's a little different, I apologize, so I just gotta kind of figure out what we do here, so. They gave me 2 numbers here, so I'll read both numbers off, and again, we have to evaluate to see what's going on with it, okay, so I apologize. But the cost to do areas 1 through 4 on a monthly basis, it looks like it's $42,600. And, on a bi-weekly basis, they gave me a number of 21,300, so I have to kind of figure out what they mean. The purpose was just to put one summary cost to do 1 cut. I don't know why they kept it monthly, so that's.
Huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, huh? So, the format's not what I'm expecting, so that's why I apologize in advance, because they didn't do the format I would like, but that's okay. So,
So this, basically, they're saying they're bidding on the entire town,
yes, everybody's doing the entire town, yes.
and they broke it down bi-weekly or monthly compensation. Right?
Is that,
That's correct.
okay,
That's why it's in there. There's in for a monthly and then bi-weekly. It's explained
Bi-weekly.
in full, yes. I took the Excel sheet and we filled in the lines instead of, save on paper.
Yep.
right, yes, on the line.
It's all in red and all that.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll read this again, so. You got a monthly 42,600. And, a bi-weekly is 21,300. Again, I will summarize this with our recommendations from the board, so I have to review this,
Right.
so that was for sections 1 through 4. Is there a 5 and 6 section?
No, everything's 1 through 4.
Okay.
Like I said, that's why I'm trying to.
So with the Excel sheet, what does it state there?
Okay, the
that-
Excel sheet, yes, I will go to that. Okay, the Excel sheet is, if you look at the contract itself, we've got, you've got like 62 areas for the common and public space. Every area has a value, and that's what all the contractors priced out. Same thing with the parks, you got 6 areas, and everything has a value, and that's what it expects also from the purposes. So that's all this stuff right here, so.
With that having 62 areas and each has a value, do you actually understand it?
Yes,
Okay, so when we get that sheet, we can see it.
yes.
Okay, I know you were struggling there for a moment.
No, just because I'm just doing it with one lump sum, that's what you're gonna figure out, I got you. Okay.
Do you want a lump sum? Is that what you're looking
No,
for?
No,
Oh,
don't lump sum because everything changes, so.
It's easier for us, I think, up here to understand a lump sum more so than probably what you're.
Some contracts will lump sum because there's a set number of services that are done and completed at the end of that cycle of completion, then we contract to pay them that much. But in this case, there are on numerous locations and there are different values.
Right.
Because if they cut Meadow Park, for example, there's a value to that. It takes so much time to cut that park, so the contractor wants so much money to be compensated for that. But if the weather's bad for a month, it's not gonna cut that, so there won't be any payment to the contractor. So this could happen in any number of locations throughout the town.
Well,
So
Dan,
that's why
let's,
each one.
Dan, let's do this. Let's go on to the next
We'll go to
one.
the next one,
See
right?
what it looks like, but I'd like for, once you get this determined, set with,
sure.
with Scott's Lawn Service and who's our second bidder?
Bay Country.
Bay Country, and we'll see, and you set with them and.
What's the
coordinate
one?
it out.
Exactly. Okay, second one's Bay Country, Services LLC.
So was his similar bid, or did he bid by section?
No, it's a lump sum, but they broke it down, they didn't summarize it, the summary cost, the summary cost at the very end, that's what I was expecting in this bid. See, the contractor did that, that's okay, well, yeah, real quick. Okay. So Bay Country Services, to do one cut everywhere would be, I'm getting a number of $21,721.
21.7,
Yeah, 21,721, and it's,
Okay.
he's got 2 weeklies and 2 bi-weeklies,
okay.
so got that.
Guys are-
But what I will do is, with the board's permission, let me summarize everything up and I will get back to you with recommendations. Because like I said, the numbers are a little bit skewed, they're not the way I was anticipating, so. You just wanted one summary cost and I didn't get that from.
Well, listen,
Okay, you're gonna get back to us, so
Yeah.
what are we supposed to leave here tonight in our mind or have written? So when we see what you return,
Well, you
it's
have-
understandable.
You'll have a letter from me, describing all the bids in the same format. And then you'll get from 2 different contractors our recommendations. You will get that from me probably by the end of the week. And then we'll actually vote on it next, Wednesday at the workshop, so.
very good, and I'm gonna ask you to sit with, or at least meet with both
I will meet
bidders.
with both. I'll just
All right,
try to
very
go through
good.
it, see what's what.
yeah, clarify their numbers.
Yes.
Um,
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you had a question?
I would just like to say that pages 12 through 17 has a weekly price broke down per,
Yeah, I could actually see that on there, thank you.
yes.
That's why I just gotta compare this the same way. That's all I'm trying to figure out. Normally, if you summarize it in one shot, it makes it easier, but that's okay. But I will review it and I'll get back to the board.
All right, Dan. Thank you, guys.
We did no more than what they.
So. There's nothing to compare one to the other at this point.
Doesn't sound-
That was, that's what I have to review it. Normally it summarizes and we can see the plot, but neither one did what I wanted.
Well, we can wait another week.
Oh, you'll have something this week. I apologize.
All right. That's all right, Dan. Thank you. Okay, Elkton Alliance, come on down. You had something you wanted to discuss with us.
We do. Before I do that, I'd like to introduce our newest team member, Angelina Battaglia. And she can afterwards, if she wants to kind of connect with each one of you, so she can introduce herself. We won't take the time here.
I think that young lady's getting ready to get married, I think.
Yes. Yes. Well, not right away. Not right away.
Well, I did meet your fiance the other evening.
Congratulations.
Now, are you related to the folks from Battaglia Electric?
No, I am not.
Are you related to the Battaglia that's doing the work, the just built, a spot on Red Hill Road?
No, we're from Baltimore.
Okay, very good.
So
The floor is yours.
the reason that we are here is, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this in a previous meeting, but there is a national, maybe international event that's a national food truck event across the nation. And we are interested at the Elkton Alliance about doing one in Elkton. And as you have heard for 2 years about the work that we have done down at the Farmers Market Pavilion. We at the Elkton Alliance had worked to get grant funding to clean up that area down there and make that pavilion nicer. And as to date, we have not had vendors down there. And I have been exploring ideas of what we can do to utilize that space. And then a month ago, we came and had final discussions with this board about getting electric down there, using AUI, et cetera, and we're moving forward with that. And again, it just makes me underscore the need to use that space as an extension of our just normal downtown Main Street and North Street area. So as I was exploring and brainstorming, this food truck day came up, and I thought, what a great idea to be able to use that space. You know, when I envision a food truck event, I envision like a circle of food trucks instead of just like down Main Street like we normally would do with vendors. And so that would give us the space to be able to do that. I wasn't even going to explore it if I couldn't get at least 10 people to express interest through my outreach, and I'm at 10 right now. I have a handful more that I haven't heard from. So when I got to 10, I thought it's time for us to get on your agenda and just see if there are any questions, concerns, issues, before I even go forward to say, let's take the next step and get this confirmed. So that's why we're here.
Well, you know, just my knee-jerk reaction would be is let's bring them trucks on and let's have an event, right?
It sounds good. You would have it in the parking lot where
Where the farmer's market
pavilion
is.
is,
Mhm.
kind of circle that.
Circle around, I would
Mhm.
envision, having music, if you know any musicians, I don't know if you would. Cornhole, outside, like yard game kind of things to, you know, be able to keep people engaged. Hopefully encourage DPW's help with getting some picnic tables there like we do for Fall Fest. Just to have a day of gathering where we can encourage people to come that maybe have never come to downtown, but it's just a completely different event than what we're used to because it's solely focused on food trucks. And we know food trucks are bigger now. It's a bigger deal since COVID and things like that. And my goal is to get people that have never vendored with us before. The 10 I have, I would say only about a third of them have been vendors with us before. So a lot of them are going to be new to downtown Elkton. And that just gives us another avenue to invite them back to other events.
Did you have a date?
It's last Friday in June is the national date, which is June 27th. I think.
June 27th?
Yeah. Somebody wants to check their calendar. I think that's what last Friday is.
Any idea on the hours?
I don't know. I was originally feeling, because I wanted to be family friendly, I thought 11 to 4, 11 to 5. I would also base it on input from the food truck vendors because they know that's their world. And I can say, is 5 hours too much? Is 5 hours not enough? So sort of gauging from their input what those hours would look like. But I kind of thought capturing at least lunch and then early dinner-ish. I don't necessarily want to take it later into the night. It's not meant to be that kind of event, but we could, if the food truck vendors say we have more success for a 3 to 9 event, then maybe we would explore that instead. But I could come back to the board once I had some more conversations with them. Are you leaving because you don't like the idea?
You got one to vote?
No.
Yeah, it had something, yeah, it came up.
Other questions?
No questions for me? Gene? Charles?
Things sounds good at this point.
Very good.
Yeah, I like it. Where are you at with the electric?
Danielle Carroll was talking to AUI last week I think their contractor was just waiting for the final go-ahead and fitting it into their schedule. So I would suspect in the next couple of weeks, they would start that work down there.
Definitely by your.
Oh, yes, that would be the goal for sure.
Mhm. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No other questions? Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks for
Very
bringing
good.
another event.
Thank you. All right, Lou, you have anything?
Just routine stuff on.
All good?
Well, I got a bill for $45,000, from Moody's. And so I contacted, Davenport to find out, and my understanding was that the cost of issuance on the Midco bonds would have covered that.
That's what I was
Turns
told.
out that 59,000 was already paid to Moody's and their billing people screwed up evidently, so they, Jennifer Dearson got a hold of somebody with Moody's just to disregard the bill. So they got that squared away. The
Thank
other
you.
thing we had, Newcap contacted me about, we have a continuing disclosure agreement, with the trustee. And we have to, provide all the different information, financial information to town, and we hadn't submitted the, 24 audit yet, and I sent it to them and they submitted it. Because, all bondholders for the town bonds have a right to know all the information going on about the town and status and everything. So we got that squared away too. And that's all I had, I think.
Thank you, Lou. Okay, Charlie, thank you for stepping in, the last two meetings for me. Really appreciate it. I wanted to mention, on March 14th, we did have the governor in town and, we proclaimed, the day for Governor Westmore, last year, and I have to tell you, he did promise that he would come back again in March, and he did. And, good, bad, or indifferent, I can say that, I think this is the first time we've had a governor back-to-back years, come into the town of Elkton, so, and giving credit for at least stopping in and seeing what was happening one way or the other. It's always a good thing.
And Kathleen has been following up with him because on your email, you see every day where he is.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. We have the Little League Parade on April 12th. It's a Saturday this year, and they're changing up from the Friday, and they're gonna do it the Saturday morning.
Yep.
I think that'll be, it's the way it was years and years ago, and then it came back to a Friday. So it'd be interesting to see how that all plays out, but I'm kind of excited about it. With that, Rob, you have anything?
The only thing going on in my world right now is that fishing rodeo. We're a little over 3 weeks out. And I'm still accepting donations to give to the kids. So anybody who wants to donate, just bring it to me.
Thank you.
Oh, you forgot something. Where were you last Friday?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh,
We
gee.
went and saw that.
Oh, did you?
What do you
Come on,
call
tell
it?
us about it.
The armored guys fighting.
Oh, did you go to that?
Yeah, Charles and I were there. It was something, from what I'm told, it's not what we're going to see here in Elkton. This was MMA fighting
That was
in
combat.
armor. And these guys were really punching, kicking, throwing each other, breaking axes. It was brutal. It was so cool. But from what I'm told, it's gonna be more of a sparring thing here in town, which kind of settles me a little bit. I don't like that out in the open for everybody, that's my opinion. But we're just gonna see, kind of like I said, sparring with swords and shields. There won't be any punching or kneeing or throwing. But it was very well done. And the guy that came to see us, Roger, he was an excellent MC.
Perfect. Charles?
I pretty much add on to what he said. I've seen a lot of athletics and sports, but that was, it took a lot of everybody, where they were sparring and they were quickly tired, and even saw a feature match with two women. One was small, one was big, and the little lady, she just got whipped pretty much. She just couldn't compete. But it's worth coming to town here for people to see, and
Man, it's pretty neat.
it's neat.
I did forget to mention that he put a vest on me with metal sides, whacked me with broadsword twice right in the ribs. And you can't feel it.
And other than that, finance director, I guess he's scheduled to be with us when? Louis? Nicole?
April 14th.
April 14th, okay. That's all.
Very good, Gene.
No, I just wanna, Dan, on the inventory list, this is an all inclusive, right?
Yeah.
Everything is on here.
Yeah.
Is it, it says we have one weed eater. Is that possible?
Maybe one type of leader, I'm not sure about that.
There's several reasons.
Yeah, there's several, it might be just one type of.
It says one weed eater, 2015, and I'm like, that's odd.
Yeah, we have more than a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but when we asked you for the report, it was supposed to be indicative of all the weed eaters you have if you're looking at what you call an inventory. So maybe, if Gene finds anything else that needed or something that's missing,
No, I
we
just,
certainly would like to have that.
I'll clarify.
Thanks.
and, snow plows,
Mhm.
we only have 12.
They go per vehicle. Yeah, we got like 12 vehicles. So it's one per vehicle.
We have no extra.
We'll do research it. I will double check.
Thank you. That's all.
Very good. This is the time we open up the floor for anyone that has anything to say for the good of the town. Pat?
I don't know if it's for the good of the town, but could somebody take a look into your website, the town of Elkton's website? I tried to get the agenda today, and then I had to say I'm not a robot. Then they wanted my login, and I gave them what I use for my email, and then it said password. Well, I've never done it before, so I hit request a password. And it just kept booting me back to do it over again, and it said if I did it like 5 more times, I'm gonna be kicked off. So I don't know if there's a problem with it, and I think Alicia said she knows somebody else was having the same problem.
That's a good question. We'll have Mike Devine take a look at it. Kathleen will take a look at it, but thank you. All right, anyone? Oh, Alicia?
The only other thing that is coming up in the near future is Cinco de Mayo. It's actually on the 2nd of May, so that's the Friday. And we are requesting vendors now. We've already had a handful that have come in from previous years, so just mark your calendars for May 2nd, for Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
We'll have a mariachi band, we'll have a DJ, and we will have, dancers for entertainment that night,
What time is that?
5:30.
Will you have it? Yeah.
Of course.
So dancing or anything like that won't start before then,
No.
before 5:30.
Absolutely not. I've just asked today for schedules for, their arrival. I think in the past, we've started around 6 o'clock. DJ will start at 5:30.
Uh-huh.
And then,
Okay.
my guess is we'll have dancers around 6 and then mariachi band 6:37 or something, just to kind of keep it going.
Awesome. Thank you.
At least you all did a good job, hosting. Did you all pay for the food for the governor? No, probably not, but you take the credit for the host. But, normally when we're in Ocean City or anyplace else and you see the governor, he always has his entourage and, sometimes they give you, if you get a picture, they give you a card and you look in the book and see what it is. But what they did last week was very unique. They had the long line and each person had their cell phone. And he had that one person and they take click, click, next person in line. You didn't have to worry about what they normally do. That was good.
I wouldn't know.
Rob had about 60 people with him, so.
I hear you. I hear you. Okay, anyone else? Yes, sir.
Is the town still moving forward possibly on getting the Holly Hall building?
Well, that's a good question. Dave, you have any input on that at this point?
I do. I've emailed, Mr. DeGrazia with Cordish, a number of times, in March. I called him today because I hadn't gotten a response. I was able to get a hold of him. There is a sentence in, basically 2 minor issues within the contract for sale. He believes it's remedied in the deed, made a revision to the deed, so I'm gonna get back to him today, based on what he emailed me today, and hopefully we will have this done in short order.
To answer your question, we want that building. And we're real close.
Before I come here, I was watching this old house,
Yeah.
and I think that would be perfect, possibly have them come to Elkton.
No, that would be kind of cool. Wonder if they could do that in
They're doing
a,
a house in,
Listen, we want you to reach out to the old house people and get them to come to Elkton for us. Tell them you'll get all the volunteers together for us.
Who's the,
It is a great suggestion. I think the Elkton Alliance should reach out to someone like that on our behalf and, see if we can.
who
just-
was the, reality TV that came and worked on Lions Pharmacy?
Oh, that was Barbara's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Restaurant.
some rescue.
Oh, Restaurant Impossible, that's what it was.
Yeah, they
Oh.
take.
Well, we'd have some challenges with the Holly Hall building with that, with the historic nature of it. It would be tough to do. All right, anyone else?
Yeah.
Yep.
Since you brought up Holly Hall, is that on the bid contract for grass?
We don't know.
So we'll be buying it?
No, right now we have a contingency, but we buy it and we pay it.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Yes.
That's all. Thank you.
All right, meeting adjourned.